Take a seat, I'll be with you straight. Speak of the devil.
Nice place you have here. The drafty cracks in the walls are particularly nice feature.
Now this presents an opportunity.
Or
Catching up. I haven't seen you since forever. You got huge.
you just shrank.
This channel is not intended for children. Please monitor what your kids watch online.
Hola mis amores, this is Kirby Marie here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to some random romance games. It's been a really long while since we've done another randoms game based on romance. Because I wasn't finding any interesting ones so far, but I guess these ones kinda caught my attention. So yeah, this is the video of today. Before we begin, as usual, would appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified about the latest videos. Also, drop me the like button, it helps out a lot, and leave your comments and your thoughts on this video or anything in general. Alright, so the first game we're gonna be playing today is called A Pinch of Magic. A pinch. So yeah, no idea what it's about, but let's get to it. What is your name? Kirby. Definitely she, her. Her turn. Hello, Coffee Curiositas! I'm home! Well, I'll be if it isn't Kirby. Been a spell since you've been back. Still kept that strange habit of greeting the cafe like it's a person, I see. Hey there, it's good to see you again. Do you know if my grandmother is about? Oh, you mean she? Well, I'm not too sure. Haven't been in for a coffee for a while, you see. Anyways, nice seeing you, kid. Huh? What in the hemlock was all that about? Which can only mean she's buttering me up for some unsavory news inside. My dearest Kirby, I have run away since I was the one who invited you to stay with me this summer. I'll venture that this will come as a shock to you. It wasn't part of my plan, but running the cafe was beginning to feel rather droll. Then I remember it's mugwort season and also that witch folk are hosting a mushroom picking festival in the mountains. Much less droll by far. Do not come searching for me. Write to me though, if you want me to bring you back some mugwort. Otherwise, I shall bring you nothing. Take care of the place while I'm gone. P.S. I hope you have money. The pantry is empty. Wow. I knew it! That wayward witch! Seriously. I bet she cut and run days ago and told everyone in town not to breathe a word. Yep, sounds about right. No matter how you cut it, she's just running from her responsibilities again. I seriously have no clue how she managed to keep this place running all these years. Mugwort tea is my favorite though. I guess it's time to go shopping. In order. Knowing Baba's devil-may-care attitude, the situation here could have been far worse. I should count my blessings she didn't let any rats inside those sacks at me. There you are, Hannibal! A witch's family reduced to a rat catcher. How the mighty fall in the wrong hands. But since you don't have anything better to do, if you see any about, you sure let me know. Long time. I missed it even more than I thought I would. Not too rusty though, thankfully. Now then, the last port of call is to flip that sign, and after that, I guess it's time to brew some criminally delicious coffee. Did you arrive safely? You forgot to text us, we're worried. How's Baba? Is she doing well? How's her back? And there it is. If only witch folk didn't have to hide who we are. Yeah, that's right. I wonder if she ever and her family even still swim these waters. Well, that'll teach me for being willfully optimistic, as if mermaids would ever venture this close to shore, if they'd be found in a heartbeat. Still, I haven't exhausted all the tricks up on my sleeve just yet. Fingertips. Whites of the waves, my bottomless heart be, an ocean of love built just for thee. And if thou art stray in faraway foam, the song of my sea will call my home. I'm sorry, Kia, but I hope wherever you are, you're swimming happy. And that your drawings don't suck anymore. I'm so sorry. Please excuse. Not at all. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention either. Are you alright? Yes, well, I'm sorry again. Have a nice day. Is she the mermaid? Are you serious? What sort of self-centered idiot parks their car square in front of a shop entrance? He goes, here you go, Grandpa. Cafe. May I help you?
Are you the owner?
Yes, I am. Name's Kirby, and I don't appreciate you blocking the door. Yes, I am. Name's Kirby, and I don't appreciate you blocking the door my customers use.
Customers? And well, how about that? I guess my prescription's wrong because I don't see a single soul sniffing around. Looks like what you have here is a bona fide dead spot.
Dead spot? You better not be insulting my cafe.
Not an insult per se. As it so happens, this is exactly the sort of place I'm looking for. So what's your specialty here? Cafe Cubano, Chinese teas, matcha? Do you serve something other than salty tap water, I assume?
Yes, all of those things. We aren't some backwater cafe that only serves standard drip swells.
So you run this place with someone else?
My grandmother, she's not here right now.
And what's this place called?
Coffee Curiositeas.
Right, bravo. No, really, it's inspired, a little desperate, and only slightly nauseating. It's a perfect blend of material for my blog, that is.
Your blog?
You have no idea who I am, do you?
No.
Here, a souvenir. Don't bend it now. It's a premium and boost. Charmed, I'm sure. Now then, let's hope your coffee wildly lives up to my expectations, shall we? So, here I am, in the flesh. You're only paying customers and all that. I drove 2 hours from the city to find this place. Aren't you going to let me in?
Sure, I don't have a problem with that. You're welcome to try my coffee, quickest way to get you off my property. But you might not want to step inside just yet because... A seagull just stole your phone!
What? Hey, Birdie, I'm going to need you to give me back my phone now. It's very expensive. It was a gift, so... Alright, just give it back, yeah. Please? So just give it back to me! Oops! Bianca, my darling! No! Oh God, Father's going to kill me! Father, it's good to hear from you. No, I'm fine. You're back from Hawaii? Yeah, of course I can, but, Father, about the car you bought me. Well, see, it's a funny story.
That wasn't my fault, right?
Nah, accident, Kirby, not vandalism, just an accident.
Yep, nothing to worry about. Whoa, seriously? It's far too late now to be trying to pluck customers off the street, but if I root around, there may be something of use laying around somewhere. Nice! Good job, Hannibal! This is perfect. If I spruce it up a little, it'll do a mini menu at the end of the street. Good girl. Who's going to get some fishy wishes tonight? That's right, you are! Excuse me? Just a second, I'll be right with you! Hello. Fishy wishes? Sorry, I was talking to the cat. Oh, I remember you. You do? Of course, the lady from the beach, right? I'm so sorry again for bumping into you back there. Oh, no, that's quite alright. Where are my manners? You're here to order, right? What can I get you? We have a menu around here somewhere. Ah, here it is. You have nothing new on the menu, I take it. Sorry, you could say I'm somewhat of a regular here. I know this place and its owner very well. Oh, then I take it you also know my grandmother's out of town, right? I do, but it's no trouble at all. I didn't come here today to see her. Is she enjoying her vacation? Oh, yeah, I'm sure she's having a whale of a time. She pulls stunts like this far too often. I'm half convinced she dragged me back here just to rope me into this place for a few weeks. Well, if it brought you back to Linsdale, then I'm glad she did. Just think of it as a Sally's encounter. This one, if I may, it's my usual order. Sure thing, it'll just be a moment. What a heavenly smell. And now for the finishing touch. Could you tell me your name? It's, Kiana. See, I knew it. It was the mermaid. Alright, sit tight, Kiana. And there we have it. Bon appetit. So, my salty kelp latte, does it meet a mermaid's approval? Yes, very much so. It's gumptious. Glad to hear it. But I'm pretty sure you mean scrumptious. Oh, my goodness, this is embarrassing. Human language is still so, hard? Right, I've been studying so much, but I still mess it up all the time. Don't apologize, it's cute. The way you mix up your words, it reminds me of... No way! Kia? And so, I've been visiting the cafe ever since my Brinaling ended. I suppose I look quite different now, don't I? That's quite the understatement. I didn't recognize you at all. So, when did your Brinaling end? When I was about 17. It was a year and 3 months after you left. Not that I was counting. Wait, earlier didn't you say your name was Kiana? Oh, well, after you didn't seem to recognize me at the beach, I was a little embarrassed. And even though I came to the cafe just to see you again, I still couldn't bring myself to say anything. Oh, but Kiana is the land name I chose for myself, so I wasn't exactly lying to you. I just had trouble pronouncing it when we were children. I do use it around Linsdale. My family in the ocean still use my sea name, of course. Oh, how was it? Your change, I mean. Oh, it was, better than expected. The growing pains were bad for a while, but compared to the others who experienced it at the same time, my change was relatively quick. I'm just happy that my outside finally matches who I am inside. When we used to play on the beach together, we couldn't go far because, well, no legs. Right. You were growing up, and in my mind I was growing up with you, but physically for me, nothing was changing, and every year I felt like you were getting further and further away, and there was nothing I could do about it. We used to draw so many shapes in the sands and all the things I wanted to do, all those places I wanted to visit, but because of me, we couldn't do any of it. But we can now, right? Now that you have your human form, the world is your oyster. You just let me know what you want to do and we'll go for it. Okay. But with your grandmother gone, you'll be working here full-time, won't you? Then until we can do something, I'll just stop by every day to see you. Thanks, I appreciate the company more ways than one. As you can see, this place isn't exactly hopping. Without a regular or two, quite honestly, I might struggle to make ends meet this summer. Welcome, just take a seat, I'll be with you straight. Speak of the devil.
Nice place you have here. The drafty cracks in the walls are particularly a nice feature.
Linsdale's tourism prides itself on the town's invigorating beachy sea breeze. Why deprive our customers just because they're indoors?
Cute. Very cute.
Well, sit down if you're here to order. You are here to order.
Of course, and I don't need a menu. Just serve me your best attempt at coffee.
You going to pay for it?
Please, of course I will. I'm not trying to put you out of business. Are you a regular here?
Yes, I come here most every week.
Really? What's your usual order? If it's that good, maybe I should order that too.
Oh, she's a special customer. Her order's not on the menu, and it's, shall we say, an acquired local taste. I doubt you'll like it.
Well, that's a shame. You'll have to let me in the secret of that drink sometime, Miss
Kiana. Just Kiana's fine, and, I'm afraid I don't know much about the recipe, or coffee for that matter.
Kante, I'm Mikhail, and I just happen to be an expert in coffee. I'm a coffee blogger.
Oh, cuisine. It's pronounced cuisine, Kiana. It means food. She's not from around here.
But her accent...
You write about food? Then you're here to write about coffee curiositas.
Yeah, that's the intention. No doubt you heard of mine.
Kirby, this is perfect. Now you won't have to worry about finding customers. Once he tastes your coffee, he's sure to love it. And if he writes something good, people will come from all over Linsdale. He's not that kind of blogger. The twitchy guy sitting beside you only visits coffee shops he expects to be bad. His blogs is just a collection of hatchet jobs designed to be shocking and to tank any business he writes about. He's only here because he thinks my coffee is going to taste so undeniably terrible it'll make for a juicy article. Or have I missed anything out?
Hey now, you make it sound like I'm the enemy here. Ask my darling readers and they'll tell you. The only two things I'm guilty on this business are being criminally handsome and honest, and the coffee they serve at all of those other cafes just happen to honestly be awful. So just think of it this way, this is your perfectly fair chance to impress me. Not that you will. I've savored all the finest blends this world has to offer, but you're welcome to try.
But that's... How can you do something like that hard to working people? That's so despicable. It's alright, Kiana. He has the right to do what he likes, and so do I. All I have to do is prove him wrong. Go ahead. Good house blend with a little pinch of something special mixed in. Drink up. You won't be disappointed. What's the matter? You should drink it before it gets cold. I won't let you use that excuse that it's bad simply because you ruin its flavor by letting it sit too long. As the expert here, you wouldn't make that mistake, would you?
All that bravado and it's mediocre after all. Exactly. It's completely... Delicious.
Anyways, now, alright, as my much as I would like to continue this game in particular, I am going to end it. But we're gonna check out the next game, so see you guys there in a couple of minutes. Alright, so this next game we're gonna be playing, this one is called Student Union. No idea what it's about, but let's just get to it already, alright? Let's go. Turner! Oh, hey! You're my class this year, aren't you?
Hey, Miss Webb. Yeah, this year is the first.
What are you doing in here?
I was calling on the intercom earlier, so I'm not sure yet.
Okay, please keep waiting.
Hi there, Lane. Thanks for being patient. I am the assistant principal, Mr. Underwood. Go ahead, sit. I heard that you were asking around about odd jobs you could do for the school.
Yes, sir, I was wondering if I could make extra money during the school year. I was thinking of saving up for college.
Admirable. You're in the senior year, right? Why not get a summer job?
I work at the library downtown over the break. I was trying to figure out something more local. The bus schedule makes it tricky.
The Kafka Library. Yes, a bit of commute. Nearly an hour each way. Well, I do have something. I have been introducing the idea to a few of the seniors. What is your background?
I'm from here, so I grew up with a lot of the students. Not that I know them all well, but I'm not shy. My grades are important to me. I'm a hard worker and I had a lot of jobs, probably more than other students.
Where else?
I work at the Pass and Gas.
The gas station?
Yeah, I worked afternoon shifts on the weekends for a while. I stocked shelves at the grocery store too. Also, they sometimes need help at the water treatment plant and I hire interns, so I've done work there and off.
You stay busy and all your work will pay off, and you have excellent grades too. You are a strong candidate. However, something I cannot glean from your file is whether or not you are able to work with little instruction. What I need is a student to take the project and run it with reporting in week.
I'd be happy to try. What do you need?
I need someone with entrepreneurial spirit to take the lead on forming a student union. It is in the experimental phase and I am trying to convince the board that it is valuable to both the students involved and the administration, despite an upfront cost. As the president, you would put a minimum amount of 10 hours in a week. Report to me directly and you will have a small budget. 10 hours will not be a problem. Do you mean a group to represent all the students? As you might know, our school receives federal funding. Our facility is part of the public education system, so our local government is mandated to allocate money to us to help us maintain resources for our students. The amount we receive may fluctuate when officials change offices, policies, legislations, or the state takes in more than less than anticipated. Our school system tends to place below other priorities. What sort of initiatives, I guess, are more important than school? Depends on whom you ask. Insurance programs, infrastructure, subsidizing local businesses, law enforcement, and assistance to struggling families. Are not going to find many here who disagree that education is important. Many moving pieces play a role in the decision making, but I did not call you here to talk about that. Our administration receives a cut for the budget, and we then crop our school budget from it. Year over year, the student population has been increasing while our funding has been decreasing. Is that why there's no sign up for track this year? We are taking a hard look at all of our extracurricular programs. Students' representation is not the goal. Service to the school is. We need additional manpower, and this is a relatively cheap method. And it presents you with an opportunity to help the school. If you do well and recruit some of your hard-working friends, you will make a positive impact. I cannot make promises beyond guaranteeing your paycheck. How much will I be paid? Minimum wage, the same amount you receive in the library. Are you interested? Definitely. It seems complicated, but I can help with whatever you need. Are you sure? This is not a small project for me either. Yes, sir. What sort of work will I be doing? There you go. First, I believe that you can support some of our administrative functions. We need someone to man the library here, for example. We also utilize your team from event planning services. We have executives, faculty rooms, and spacious conference areas. I want to rent those for external events to earn revenue. Oh, like hosting workshops or conference. I help the library with scheduling seminars. Yes, I need to develop a formal list of your responsibilities and the responsibilities of the unions as a whole. Achieve board approval and get some paperwork to you. What you need to do in the meantime is vital. Please recruit at least 4 students by the end of the week. That will demonstrate the board that we actually have interested and ambitious students to fill the program. It will not work if you are the only participant. Oh. You can ask some of your mates for help. It will actually be great exercise for you in preparing for your role as delegator. We have intelligent and creative students here, and I'm sure you will find a handful willing to support their school. Yeah, I can do that. By Friday then? Yes, all of you meet me here and I'll give everyone an update in the initial booth. You better head head to the next period. I would hate to consume more of your time than I should. If you have questions, feel free to reach out by my phone or email. Thanks a lot, Mr. Underwood. Thank you.
Why not?
He is strict and he lives right next to me. It doesn't matter how hard-ass he is or where he hand off. Jeez, just help me out like before. I don't know.
Hey,
Why is everyone out here?
forget it, man.
I think art's canceled today. Why? I don't know, she didn't come in and Coach Jean just told us to head to the gym. You mean Miss Webb? Yeah, Ross says she was really upset this morning. She was trying to find the new assistant principal, but I don't know why. It's weird. What is it? I don't know. It's so different this year. Oh, did you...
Where did I
Crap, that'll really hurt someone. Crap, that'll really hurt someone before it's fixed. Did you ask about a work-study position? Mr. Underwood said he's like me to start a group, like a paid club that helps the school. See, that's weird too. You know about the layoffs, right? And with way less elective classes. Principal Decker must be desperate. That's all Mr. Underwood mentioned the school's budget was cut. That's more weird, not less. How can they pay you? There's less staff but not less work. They have to pay someone to do it and we're cheap.
we?
Yep. It's a minimum wage. You'll need to put in around 5 hours a week. I got a lower limit of 10 since I'm organizing it. I don't know. I have a lot of questions and you can't... Can I at least think about it? I want to do drama club this year. Of course. Take your time and I'll text you the details today. Besides, there might not be a drama club unless someone helps out around here. You said a group? How many people? 3 to get us going. Want me to ask Holly? It's probably not her thing. It doesn't hurt to ask. Let's go in now. I think we're late. For what? Everyone's either sitting around or playing ball. They might as well have canceled school today. Ross might have the right idea this time. So what were you two talking about? Nothing really. I mentioned Mr. Underwood moving to our apartment building. How did you find out? He asked me to move a couple of boxes. He leaves alone, I think, but he seems nice. Sorry, I didn't text you back. Yeah, it's fine. I got some good sunset shots out there. Did you talk to the librarian? She said they found someone. At the gas station? Nothing there or the grocery. The timing's off and they have enough hands. You know I can do your homework sometimes or cover for you. It's fine. I'm going to have this student group. If I do well, it's sure to be steady. Right, so what would you do? Make Mr. Underwood's coffee, I mean, mocha. I'm serious. So am I. Hi. What's up?
It's better to take turns.
Oh, sorry? Nat, wait. This is Lane. He's a senior too, and wait. Nat is okay. We're offering a few students a paid position at the school. I just started this group to help the school administration since they're short-staffed. About 5 hours a week or so. It's a club that looks very good on your resume when you graduate. You'd be organizing events and managing the library or the computer lab.
I have no interest.
Your pitch needs work. Worked on you, didn't it? Aren't you worried? I'll manage. We got until Friday to get more members. Thanks for the wingman, though. You got it. How did you know her anyway? Through Holly. She knows everyone. Pulling her in basically means we're set. Like I said, let's say you're right. Who else? What did you say earlier? They need people to manage the library? Why can't you just do that? Yeah, it makes sense. Mr. Underwood didn't make it sound like a sole student was an option, though. It's is that they don't want to go to the setup for a single person. How much could it be, even? Enough that it's not worked without a substantial program. I don't like it, but you should ask Alice for help. You're full of solutions today. Today, huh? Hey, Kane! No, wait, don't! What's up? What's going on with Alice? Play stupid freaking games with stupid freaking prices. You okay? Probably. They broke up over the brick. It was really public. Really? I mean, even I knew. Well, I'd say that hurt my pride more if my back didn't hurt so much. Jeez. She dumped him, apparently, and told everyone he was a womanizing pig, a failure, and a poisonous fool. Specific. She posted it online. I've been too busy working to be plugged in. I know. I'll catch her with us over lunch. Think she'll join? I don't know, probably. Crazy a-hole. You see so many empty seats around you.
Oh, hey there! You're right. Where is everyone?
I was gonna ask you that honestly.
Well, this presents an opportunity.
Or
Catching up. I haven't seen you since forever. You got huge.
you just shrank.
My vascuitis has simply reached maximum destiny.
You're dense, huh?
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Good. Now then, dear wanderer, why hast thou approached my spring after so many years?
Weeks, you mean? The break isn't that long.
Every day without sufficient worship is another scar upon my soul, an affront to my divinity.
Awfully needed for a goddess, the library kept me occupied.
Working, of course. Boring as usual.
Responsible has a better right ring to it. What were you doing then, oh great one?
Just preparing for the harvest.
Well, I hope my current tribute will make up for my heresy.
It's a start.
Things will pick up next week. Speaking of work, though,
Oh,
I'm studying a student union. We could use a mascot. Interested?
that's a new one. Granddaddy didn't mention it, so it must be a brand new scheme.
Mr. Underwood's brainchild, cheap labor resume building.
Figures. Granddaddy said Principal Decker was desperate for new ideas.
Are you in? You can just sign up in a paper, contribute, or hang out as you feel like.
No, it would probably be stressful.
Come on, I'll pick up your slack.
You won't have to if I'm not joining.
Okay, I'll just let you know how it goes. Are you gonna eat all that?
Oh no, go ahead and tax me.
Thanks.
But know this, the blood debt will be paid.
I'll owe you one.
Okay, I shall hold you intimately to that promise, wanderer.
You missed it though. Ever gonna get tired of being so silly?
It's not silly, it's fun.
Don't people make fun of you?
My supreme adorability grants safe passage.
They can make fun of you if you're feeling left out.
I'm not.
Hey, mind if I sit with you?
Another one joins the flock. Please kneel, traveler.
I'll just sit. What took you? Calculus is no joke this year. Really, did you find your limit? Welcome to the foul feast.
Welcome to the flock.
Thank you. You like Mr. Underwood? You like Mr. Underwood's class? I respect the man. He's a good instructor. Speaking of, I'd like to talk to you. Oh. Mr. Underwood told me about the student union. I'll be joining, of course. Great. As the president, naturally. I've been wanting an opportunity like this for a while to really start making some changes around here. It took someone new in the administration to incite the shakeup, but I suppose that's how it goes. I'm glad you're into it, but Mr. Underwood already agreed. The valedictorian leading the charge makes for a compelling sell to the school board. I'm the best suited for seeing this through. Did he mention how many hours I get?
He said I need to give at least 10 hours weekly to manage the group, but we're not sure how to utilize members will be. You can always work less. I'll make sure to have someone cover for you.
Excuse me. Well, I think so.
I know, so with that I can pull a group together in no time. Alice, did you even talk to Mr. Underwood? What did he say? The president's position will be put on vote on Friday. That's quite fair. I can't argue with that, I suppose. It is, and you're outnumbered. I won't do it for you to intimidate others. I'm with Lane. Sorry. Of course, he's consistent. Fine, I'll soon have followers of my own. Well then, gentlemen, I do look forward to establishing bipartisan solutions after my swearing-in ceremony. For now, I hope to have a spirited competition. I'll bid you both adieu. Alright, we're gonna leave this one here. We're gonna check the next one. See you guys over there. Anyways, as much as I would like to continue this episode, I'm definitely going to be ending it here. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you really did enjoy it, drop me the like button. It helps a lot. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we'd appreciate it if you do. Also leave your comments and your thoughts on this video or anything in general. And yeah, sorry if this video was boring as hell, but whatever. I love you guys. Appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.